Another genre, not country song that's, well, it's not a terrible song, is Kacey Musgraves' High Horse. She released that today. And I'm just not a fan of disco, so it was just kind of like I could hear the talent in the song.
Yep.
I could hear it was actually a tolerable song, but I'm just not into disco, so I wasn't huge on this.
Yeah, I had no problem with it. I thought it's like super catchy. I probably won't listen to it that much.
Yeah, it's a shame she's stepping away from country for it.
Yeah,
but...
what I thought about when I listened to this was if she had not already released Butterflies and Space Cowboy, I would be like, oh shit, what is this
really
album
like
going to sound
Space
like?
Cowboy.
Yeah, because I love the song Space Cowboy. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
And so since she's already done that, and then High Horse comes out, it's like, okay, it's not a country song. It's definitely like a disco 70s
It is
type.
a genuine disco song.
Yeah, and like it's trying to do that, and it does it very well.
Yeah.
But if that was the first single, I'd be like, okay, is this whole album going to be completely different?
It would be a very scared
Yeah,
thing,
so like I have no problem with it at all, and she's still great, and I'm still very excited for the rest of the album.
I had a conversation with someone on Twitter today about it, and I was talking about like, well, it's not surprising that she's kind of stepping away from country, because you can see it from two ways. Either one, the country is just not accepting her like mainstream, and she might be trying to branch out to get more listeners, which is kind of a sellout thing. Or it could be that she's felt like she's been constricted under the country belt, and now she wants to make what she wants, and it just happens to not be country.
Yeah, I think she's just branching out, because I feel like this happens with a lot of artists when they hit a certain level of fame where you're like. She's won Grammys. She's got I don't know how many 100,000 followers on Twitter and shit. Like she's done well enough that like she could basically write out
a comfortable life.
Like she could write out in the sunset now on what she's done.
Yeah.
So now everything that she's doing is
2 albums.
Yeah, and so basically she's playing with house money at this point. So I feel like this happens with a lot of artists where you're just like, I don't need to do this to like pay bills or anything. I just want to make something. I just want to do something. I want to make something, whatever inspires me. And that's fine. Like,
and I used it kind of as a comparison with, like, Taylor Swift. Like, Taylor Swift, she wasn't country from the get-go. Well, like, her first album, you could argue, was kind of country. But she wasn't very, she was leaning into EDM and stuff, like, long before she officially said, like, I'm going pop. And so, like, Kacey Musgraves could be doing that where she's just, like, she doesn't want to be, like, put on that pedestal of just, like, oh, she's going to save country. She's going to save country. Yeah. So she's just like, no, I'm going to make what I want.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can tell just by if you follow her on social media that she has, like, that personality of kind of an old soul who likes old kind of hippie-type music.
Yeah.
I mean, she talks about smoking weed with Willie Nelson all the time.
Did you see the engagement, or not, the wedding photos that they had? Yeah. They had some of their wedding photos were her and Russ and Kelly, her husband. Yeah. They were just smoking a joint in their pictures, and I was like, yeah, they're just living life, having
she's a huge hippie, so it's not that surprising that she would all of a sudden like want to make kind of a disco type song. Like, it doesn't surprise me at all.
If somehow I got super famous at making music, which will never happen because I don't make music, I would 100% hit a point and be like, you know what? I'm just really feeling like this segment of like roots rock, fucking like horns and shit. Like that's I would like, totally be on.
Yeah,
that.
I hope she doesn't completely step away from country music.
True,
like,
yes.
I mean, obviously you can tell that 2 of the songs that are on the album are still country songs, and there's the disco. Like, she's gonna do a little half and half probably, which is fine. But it's not like she's gonna be sitting there like putting out some pop song being like, this is so country and I love country. I don't see her being
this
that
does
person.
Not feel to me, like you brought up the Taylor Swift conversion. Her thing was very clearly that she was just making more and more pop
and
music.
Because she was becoming so popular,
and she was just
mainstream.
being more and more popular, and so she was just like, I can keep writing this country thing until it's so clear that I need to step away, and when I do step away, I'm already so big that it doesn't matter because I've got a huge following. So and that's what she did.
Yeah, so I don't know what's...
Yeah, I'm still very excited for the rest of this album.
Yeah, like I don't know what she's doing, but I feel like she's gonna stay country. If she steps away, wants to do other stuff, I just hope that she's not sitting there going like, no, this is country. Like if she's doing that, then I will kind of lose a little respect.
I think she's a really interesting human too. So I think she'll. Yeah, no, I don't think we have any worries on that front.
Yeah, and she's only 29. Like she's just kind of she can still do what she wants.
Oh, for sure,
29.